What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Noob to Pro series. We're going to go from Noob to Pro in Anime Eternal. If you guys want to see the start of the series, click over here in the corner and you guys can go to day 1. Let's get it started for day, I believe it's 50. Let's get it. So first up, we saved up all of our credits from this week. Is that Storm Mom? Oh my gosh. All right, so let's see what kind of game passes we can get. Remember, we're free to play. I've spent exactly 0 Robux on this game. Look at this, guys. Robux spent 0 and no gifting as well. So here we go. Let's take a look at what we got. Game passes to start us off. Honestly, we don't really need many of these game passes, but we could get super lucky. I don't know if super lucky is even worth it. Or multi-open is pretty good. More equips. I don't really think any of these are really that helpful. But you know what? I want to try out super lucky. Let's see if super lucky is even worth it. So I'm going to see what let's see here. So I'm going to equip my luck team. All right, so I have an entire luck team equipped. And my current star luck is 27.4. So if this goes up by 50%, then honestly, that's probably worth it. So let's go buy that with credits. All right, here we go. We bought it. All right. And now it is 32. So that went up by 5. I'm not going to lie, guys. That is not worth it. I regret buying that game pass. That might be the worst game pass I've ever seen in my life. All right, now that I have depression, let's go over here and let's go back to our energy squad and let's go see what we can do. So I believe our next step is to head over here to the Shadow Island and let's finish up this quest. So here we go, guys. Hero license quest. All right, we need to get Dungeon Suffering and we get the A-class license, which is 6x. Our current license is 5x, so that's not a bad increase. Nothing too crazy though. However, we do need to make sure that we, do the important stuff, and that is buying all this before I forget, because we always got to buy these boosts because they're going to be really helpful later on. All right, we can also not, oh my gosh, that rank, I don't know why it's so hard to get that rank up. All right, we'll get that, and we'll grab that. So we got all those nice boosts, and that means we can head over here and we'll grab these boosts as well to get us started off. All right, where are we at here for these boosts? All right, products, bang. All right, perfect. Buy all those. I don't know if those are worth it really, but I still buy them anyway. I feel like I just have a ridiculous amount, so it's not that big of a deal. All right, I don't really want to buy that one, but we'll buy that one. And keys wise, I just buy all the keys anyway. I don't really know if I use them that much, but I just buy them because why not? All right, perfect. So we got all of those bought. So let's head on back and let's go to a obelisk. So I think we're just going to go with this damage obelisk for now. I don't know how many I actually got from doing those progression raids. So I only got enough for a couple upgrades, nothing too crazy. All right, let's head over to the Dungeon of Suffering. All right, not that one. All right, here we go. Dungeon of Suffering. I believe we can just completely clap this one. So I'm going to actually try it with my, we'll go full damage team. However, we are going to swap out my auras. I want to try it with my drop boost on. So let's see what all we can get. I'm going to reset my loot and let's see what all we can get with perfect drops team on. So let me check and let's cook. All right, here we go. Let's get ourselves the hero license. I don't know how much of a difference this is going to make, but we're at 402 and now we're at 470. So that's a small difference. I don't know how much that was worth it to go for, but All right, drops wise from that one dungeon, this is kind of all the stuff we got. So we only got like 1,000 and that's with max drop boosts. It's a little disappointing, not gonna lie, but it's something. All right, the good news though is we do have a bunch of tokens we can sell. So let's take advantage of those. So we don't need these, and we don't need those, which I do believe is gonna allow us to get ourselves our first maxed out scythe. Which is kind of wild to think about. I've been trying to get a max scythe for a long time. So here's our second Evo. There we go, and there we go. Bang. And where's the third Evo station? Here we go. And there we go. So finally, guys, after way too long in this world, we got ourselves our first ever max. Okay, energy, there we go. Damage, all right, look at that, guys. 50 versus 38. So that's all the difference it gets, and obviously we have 3 equips. So, yeah, we're a ways off, I'm not gonna lie, but it's something. So that's pretty sick. Not a bad start. Hero license and that. All right, now honestly, our damage is pretty high now, so I'm gonna reset my stats to damage again. I have a lot of stuff to reset with. There we go. And let's see what we're working with. So I wanted to try some of the raids. I believe it's the hollow raid that we're almost maxed on. So let's see how much higher we can get on this. I am gonna use my drop boost because why not? So far it looks like we are doing quite a bit better. All right, so this looks like this is about as far as we can get here. Wave 901. Honestly, it's not bad, but it's not great. Let's head back to the lobby. All right, I want to try out. I believe there's another raid we can try out. Where is it? Oh wait, we have to actually go to the world. I don't know why. This is like the one raid where you actually have to go to the world to get it. Doesn't really seem to make a whole lot of sense to me, but okay. And let's go try this tomb. Oh, we could get this one. It's not really worth it though, is the problem. I don't really think it's gonna benefit us at all. Mana growth. And we got like one of those. Okay, honestly, this is not a bad area to grind. Ooh, I don't know. I need to find a good place to grind these. I don't know if there's anybody that grinds like 2 at a time. We'll find that out later. But for now, let's go equip our... Let's go with this and this. And we're going to go full drops boost. And let's run Tomb Arena Key. And I think the other one I remember correctly that got changed up is I think it's the Sin Raid. So we can run that one. I believe they like rebuffed that one, so I'm excited to check that one out too. So let's do that right after we do this one. And let me reset the loot. I want to see what we're actually pulling from this. All right, well, no luck there. That's fine. Let's head back to the Sin Raid area, which is from... And I want to see what kind of upgrades they got. I heard there was like a rework of this area, so let's see what we're working with. Let's go full on boosts. So we are getting quite a bit of boost, and that is just a normal token. So here we go. The upgrades we have, now we have damage upgrades, which is pretty big. So I don't know how much of an increase it's going to be, but I do know that this one was a 12x increase. So if we can 12x the damage, oh yeah. So let's go run this raid with max boost, and let's see what we're working with here. I'm excited. Look at that, guys. We're already at the 57, so this is going to be good. All right, looks like from one raid we got like 18,000 sin tokens. So let's go over here and let's see. Okay, oh man, these upgrades suck. Oh man, I did not realize they're that bad. Oh, that's awful. That's awful. All right, well, 1.5x damage, guys. Thought it was gonna be a bit higher, but I guess we'll take it. Let's run it back. Hopefully we can get a little bit more this time. All right, so we ran it back. Let's see if this is gonna be enough to max out the damage. There we go, guys. So 2x damage is the max amount it can get, unfortunately. But we did get a little bit of energy as well. So I'm gonna run it one more time, and hopefully that's enough to max out the everything we need. So let's cook. All right, guys, it's time. Let's see if we can max everything out here. All right, all those are maxed. There we go, guys. 14x energy. So honestly, not that big of a jump. All right, let's go hop on in this leaf raid. I'm gonna just run this, and we're gonna pause all that, and let's go run this. And I guess while we're here, we'll get some more energy. I mean, we did kind of get a little bit of energy bump today, but nothing too crazy. So let's go grab some energy. I guess we'll just the other stats doesn't really matter. We'll just do damage, and let's go grind this leaf raid a little bit. And yeah, hopefully, okay, we're at, is that good? 1.37 UTG. Honestly, oh wait, now we're at DTG. Okay, I don't know what's going on. I don't know, this is just weird. All right, anyways, we're at 226 DTG. I think we're kind of cooking now. Hopefully we can get up there. We need like 90 energy. It's a lot. All right, anyways, I'll be back. All right, so we're basically finished this. Let's go pause our boosts, and let's go back to the damage squad. So there we go, and I believe we want to open up all these 130. Oh my gosh, that is a lot of boxes. And we also just have a lot of random just like food stuff. So let's head back to our solo island world, and let's see what kind of macaroon action we can get going. So here we go, 7. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of macaroons. I will definitely take those. There we go. Perfect. All right, I wish there was like a use all button, but I don't think there is. But in that case, we're just going to use them all up anyway. We should have quite a bit. Honestly, so many macaroons, I don't know what to do with them. All right, we also got one of these too somehow. All right, let's go use the rest of these up. And let's equip our damage squad. We're gonna go full damage and full damage and full damage. So this is our best damage squad we can get at the moment. So let's head on over here to Giant Tomb. So we're one tapping these guys, one tapping those guys, one tapping these guys. All right, Chelan tier, the A tier. It looks like we are honestly beating them pretty easily. So that's actually pretty nice. Oh yeah, that's big. Beating the A tier is definitely a nice little step for us. So we only need to beat 15 of her, and we will be cooking. So I will definitely be taking advantage of that. All right, let's see what else we can do while we're here. Honestly, let's check what kind of tokens we have. I still haven't gotten that freaking Paquita action going on, which is kind of depressing. And I don't really think I have a whole lot of those to level up. Obviously, magic tier. We don't really have a good magic tier going on. I got to grind these. That's probably my next big grind. All right, that was an easy dub. Let's go. All right, next up we have Sebes. So let's find Sebes. I believe the S tier is honestly somewhat doable, but I think we have a few more quests before we worry about that. But Sebes should basically be insta-kills. Yeah, pretty much. All right, we got the Avatar 2. Let's see if that's gonna be enough for us to get a little... Okay, it is. There we go. So we're gonna get, you know... What is this one? Probably energy. I'll take it. Not too bad. We are actually, you know, we're popping off. All right, even got the quest complete already. Let's go. So now we need Demerge and Albadia. So we still have 2 more to take out, which is a bit unfortunate because I don't think our damage is quite there yet. But if we can get some good luck and we can get some of these, I can see us kind of cooking. I'm not going to lie. All right, let's go hop on in this Tomb Arena raid once for the one time. And let's see what all we can get from that. I'm going to pop my drop boosts. And we're going to temporarily pop our drop boost auras. Here we go, because we need as much as we can get. So let's run this Tomb Arena. And hopefully we can get some really, really nice drops. We did get a level up. So this is pretty nice. I'll take the extra damage. All right, we got our first Phantom back accessory. Jalbother wings, 0.667 and 2x energy. So let's see if that's going to even get equipped. No, it's not. All right, do we have any other good back accessories? All right, so we have a good damaging back accessory, but it looks like we're now going to be potentially doubling our energy. Okay, no. So okay, that's actually a pretty nice jump. So it's not double, but it is a good jump. So I will definitely take that. I'm glad we ended up getting that. That's a pretty nice little pool there. And resource wise, it looks like we have a ways to go, to be honest, but we do have enough for a little bit of an obelisk action going on. So let's head on over here to, we'll get some energy obelisk. So we're at 28.9. Let's see what percentage increase we're going to get. All right, we got, oh, we maxed it out, guys. Yo, that's actually impressive. We maxed out the energy obelisk. I'm kind of surprised we did that. Wow. You know what? That's progress, boys. That is progress. All right, well, I think it's time for us to, you know, upgrade our damaging obelisk. Heck, this one might be close to being maxed too. All right, this one is leveled. Oh, wow, we are almost maxed that one out. I'm kind of in shock. I didn't realize we were that close. That's pretty awesome. All right, well, I think it means time for us to... I really wish I had more of this to run. Magic tier 500. I have 21,000 of those. I don't know. I don't know. We'll try it again. Let's do a little bit of running here. We're gonna run back our auras. So bang and bang, and we're gonna damage. All right. Bang, and let's go run back this Tomb Arena. Here we go. Unfortunately, it's not the best way to get stuff, but it is a way to get stuff. There we go. We got a tail. All right, is this tail going to be meta for us? Let's fix our auto deletes. So, Jalbother tail and Jalbother wings. And do we get any of the masks or anything? Let me check. We have, okay, well, I don't need those. All right, So the tail is 0.667. Okay, it is actually better. So we will equip that. So that's a very, very slight increase. I don't know if all the accessories are additive or multiplicative, but I guess we'll find out at some point. Yeah, I don't know, man. This is a little rough. A little on the rough side. Oh, well. All right. Well, no accessories either. Yeah, I don't know. We kind of need to step it up a bit. I'm not going to lie. I think first up, we really need a better magic tier. I feel like that would help us out the most, but they're kind of hard to get. Not gonna lie. We might just have to convert or something, or maybe we'll just chill in AFK at the magic tier spot. That might be the vibe, because getting a supreme magic tier would be kind of lit, but that would also mean we couldn't get our next rank up. Not sure which one is the most important. So we have our full damage team on. Let's see what else we can do here. All right, the Sebuses are obviously really easy for us to beat. We could honestly, I don't know if he's... Ooh, we could farm some coins. That's definitely an option. I'm not gonna lie. I'm tempted to do so. I also don't really want to burn all my damage potions though. So who would I farm? Who has the magic tier tokens? All right, mana growth token is honestly not that bad. We do need a lot of them, but like that's like a 2x damage boost right there, and that's gonna be pretty nice. Let's see. This one is adventurer level token. That one's kind of good too. This one is the magic tier token, so we do need to get this one a supreme. That's probably our biggest priority, to be honest. Yeah, I think this is gonna be our grind spot. So let's reset our stats a little bit. I want to go all into coins and the rest into damage. All right, and obviously we want to see if the auras matter at all. All right, yeah, we're still good. We're still... Oh, wait, no, I got to pause these, though. We're struggling a little bit if I pause those. What if I just do one macaroon? Yeah, it's not quite ideal. All right, we'll do that. If I do that and that. All right, that's fine. All right, what's our drops if I do that? So if I do that, our drops are... let's see here, token 2.2x. And if I swap it to double trouble, it goes up to 2.64x. Honestly, this isn't too bad. I think we'll keep it like this. All right, goal wise, we're not doing too terrible. I'm just gonna pop my goal boost. We should be getting in the DEs pretty quickly. Yeah, there we go. We're already in the DEs. Just taking... Okay, yeah, we'll do that. And then let's pop Shadow Souls, XP. We should have some XP pots somewhere. All right, there we go. Need the souls. Spooky souls. Shadow Souls. All right, we should be in a pretty good spot. So I think this is going to be where we AFK. So I will see you guys soon. And hopefully, we can pull a frick ton of these magic tier tokens. We need like 100k though. I'm gonna be honest, we're not getting very many very fast. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.